Here are some interesting and surprising facts about money, salary and salt, a flavorful connection. Ever wonder why we call our paycheck a salary? It's because Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt, which was so valuable it was called white gold. This is where the word salarium comes from. So next time you're at the beach, you could say you're swimming in wealth. China's monopoly on paper money. Forget monopoly money. China invented real paper money way back in the 7th century, during the Tang dynasty. They figured it was better than lugging around heavy coins. Can you imagine a wallet full of coins weighing more than your phone? Money that was literally worth its weight. Once upon a time, coins were actually made of solid gold or silver, and their value was based on their weight. This meant if you got a heavy gold coin, you could buy anything. But some clever people started to shave off bits of their coins to hoard extra gold. Sneaky, right? The $100,000 bill you'll never see. There was once a US $100,000 bill. But don't get too excited. It was used only for transactions between banks, not for shopping sprees. It featured President Woodrow Wilson, so unless you're a bank, you're not flashing that at Starbucks. Plastic money, better than a credit card. Think paper money is flimsy. Australia thought so too. In 1988, they introduced the world to plastic banknotes, which last way longer than paper. Other countries followed suit, making their money waterproof and practically indestructible, perfect for that accidental trip through the washing machine. Banknotes on a countdown. Did you know your $1 bill is living on borrowed time? It only has a lifespan of about 5.8 years before it's too worn out and replaced. Meanwhile, the luxurious $100 bill, which barely gets touched, can survive up to 22 years, truly the grandparent of US money. Ancient counterfeiters played with fire. Counterfeiting is as old as money itself. In ancient China, if you were caught forging coins, the punishment was death, and in medieval England, it was considered treason. So, next time you think about making funny monopoly money, think again. The penny paradox. It costs 2.1 cents to make a penny, and the penny is only worth 1 cent. Yep, you read that right. The US spends double the value of a penny just to produce one, thanks to the materials and manufacturing process. Talk about throwing cents to the wind. The mysterious "In God We Trust." 1. "In God We Trust" didn't appear on all US money until the 1950s. It was added during the Cold War as a symbolic gesture of the country's religious values, but today, some people think it sounds like a code for a national treasure hunt. The first coin ever, King of the Jungle. The world's first coin was made around 600 BC in what is now Turkey. It was stamped with a fierce lion's head, because who wouldn't trust a roaring lion to back up the currency? $1 million bills. Nah. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the US has never printed a $1 million bill. That's just urban legend. The largest denomination ever made was the $10,000 bill, and even that's out of circulation. You'll have to win the lottery if you want $1 million. Money that isn't really there. 92% of the world's money doesn't physically exist. It's all just numbers on computers. That's right, most of your money is digital, floating around in cyberspace like some invisible currency we all believe in. Before money, it was a barter bonanza. Before cash ruled the world, people would trade goats, grain, and even seashells to get what they needed. Imagine walking into a store and offering a bag of rice for an iPhone. Now that's a barter deal. ATMs, a banking revolution. The world's first ATM was installed in 1967 by Barclays Bank in London, and it changed everything. Before that, you had to wait in long bank lines. Now, you can get cash at 2 a.m. while eating pizza. The machine was such a hit, it started the 24/7 banking revolution. Zimbabwe's inflation crisis. Trillions for bread. In the 2000s, Zimbabwe went through such extreme hyperinflation that they printed a 100 trillion Zimbabwean dollar bill, which could barely buy a loaf of bread. By the time you finished counting the zeros, the bread would have doubled in price. Money isn't just something we spend, it's packed with strange histories, mind-boggling facts, and oddities that make it more fascinating than just numbers on a bill.